What up, y'all? Tina here. Let's get into day 2 of the Jonathan Majors trial. All right, so day 2 was a good day for Jonathan Majors' team. In this video, I'll discuss the 3 things that caused a major blow to the prosecution. All right, so first up, the judge ruled that Jonathan Majors' past events cannot be brought into this current trial. Those things will be sealed. We don't even really know what those things are. Now, a lot of us have speculated that we think that the prosecution was going to try to bring in some of his ex-girlfriends and have them testify to his character because he has been accused of being physically and emotionally not so pleasant to his exes. So we're thinking that the prosecution wanted to bring those women in to help establish a pattern of behavior. The judge said, nope, take this out and this will be sealed. No further discussion on that topic. There's also heavy speculation that Jonathan and his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabbari possibly had another incident in London around September of 2022. The London police have confirmed that there is an open case, but that's all we really know. The judge also concluded that that event and that London police report cannot be brought into the current trial as well, which I think is pretty fair. We need to focus on what happened that night in the backseat of that car between him and Grace. And this is pretty standard, right? We saw this with the Megan Thee Stallion and Tory case. They didn't allow any of Tory Lanez's past events to be mentioned in court because that could possibly taint the jury. And you want people to be able to have a fair trial. So this was great news that all those things, the ex-girlfriends and the London incident, could not be brought into this current case. That was great for Jonathan Majors and his team. The second thing that was favorable to Jonathan was the judge is allowing the arrest of Grace Jabbari to be entered into the current case. The prosecution did not want this information included because they stated, yes, she was arrested, but there were no charges pressed against her. She wasn't the abuser, and they stated they already did an investigation, so they don't see any point of bringing that arrest into the trial. The judge says her arrest is fair game because it's literally an arrest involving the incident between her and Jonathan Majors. So of course it makes sense that the jury should be allowed to hear about that. So Jonathan's team is going to try to paint her as the aggressor. They're most likely going to say she grabbed his phone, he ran away from her, she yanked his coat off, she scratched him up, she beat him up. Therefore, it was only right that she was arrested. That is not good for the prosecution that your victim is now being painted as the villain. All right, last but not least, we finally got the jury nailed down. It's going to be a total of 6, 3 men and 3 women. So here's the demographic makeup of the jury. No black people at all will be on the jury. 2 people will be white and 4 would be people of color. So those 4 people could be Hispanic, Latin, Asian, multiracial, who knows? Now, here is what may be favorable to Jonathan. Several women were completely tossed out of the jury pool because they stated that they did see the video of the accuser partying after she stated that Jonathan Majors physically assaulted her. And they stated after they saw that video, they couldn't be impartial. So the judge had to excuse them. So if you have 3 women saying that video affected them, what is going to happen when that video is shown to a whole jury? There's definitely going to be people who see that video and say, I don't think he broke your finger in the backseat of that car. Because if you have a broken finger, you're not going to be partying and you're not going to be doing some of the things that they see in the video evidence. So when you put all these things together, I say that he had a pretty good day too. Opening statements will take place on December 4th, 2023. Trial is expected to last about 2 weeks, and the prosecution plans on calling about 14 witnesses. I'm so ready for opening statements because I want to know what the prosecution has on him that they have such a tight hold on this case. Because based on what we see so far, this case probably should have been tossed out. But thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be covering some more on Monday. I also have a video coming out about the ASAP Rocky case. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think day 2 turned out pretty well for Jonathan Majors? Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace.